I'm putting sales aside today to have a more philosophical conversation with you. I want you to picture for a moment your parents or your grandparents sitting at home at the table and their phone rings. They answer the phone and it's you. And you're telling your mom or your grandma that your account just got hacked, all of your money's gone, and that you need to borrow some money so that you can pay your rent, you can pay your bills, that you can buy groceries to feed the 3 beautiful grandchildren that you have now provided her. And without even a single thought, Grandma says, absolutely, how much do you need? What can I do? You continue to reassure her that the bank will resolve this any day and that you will get her money back as soon as you possibly can. So Grandma rushes to get her debit card out and gives you the card information, or gives you the routing and account number to the bank account, or gives you her Direct Express card information. Whatever it is, she came to the rescue to get you out of a bad situation, because that's what families do. We're there to help each other without a thought, without question. So the next day, of course, Grandma wakes up. She wants to call you and check in. How is it going with your account? What did the bank say? Have you been able to buy your groceries? And you tell her, Mom or Grandma, I have absolutely no idea what you are talking about. And this conversation goes back and forth for a few minutes until you both come to the realization that Grandma or Mom has just been hacked herself. So let's take a couple of steps back now and talk about what just happened. Because I want to talk about AI today, artificial intelligence, and how I believe this will negatively impact our industry, especially if you're selling final expense insurance to seniors. Our target market is 65 plus. And how will this affect them? The technology exists today. Anybody can take your voice and they can make it say anything they want. They can take your face, they can put it on somebody else's body, and they can make you be anywhere they want you to be. They can make you do anything they want you to do. This is a very dangerous place for us to walk into. But how it's going to affect our seniors will possibly be devastating. I imagine there's probably forensic scientists right now working to prove in a court of law that you did not actually say the things that you said, that you weren't actually in the places that it shows you were, that you didn't actually do the things that are showing that you did. And in this case, we need to prove that you were not the one on the phone telling your mom or your grandma to give you her money. So how does this affect you? Well, if Grandma no longer has money in her bank account, she's not going to be able to make her life insurance payment. If Grandma has no money in her bank account, she will not be able to purchase a life insurance policy. This is going to have a downstream effect to not just the families that are affected, but to the people that are providing them with goods and services to make sure their families stay protected. So what can you do? Because I truly believe that we have the power to make a change and help this community stay safe. At the very end of every one of your calls, whether you have provided them with a policy or not, it is your responsibility to end the conversation with not just asking for referrals for your benefit, but you also need to inform them of a possible new threat that will definitely be coming for them. You need to ask them, hey, have you ever heard of artificial intelligence? Do you know what it can do? Well, here's an example, and you're going to tell them the example of what I just told you in the beginning of this video. And you're going to say the easiest way to prevent this from happening to you and anybody else you know and love is by simply talking to your family about having a family passcode. Because now, if grandma were to answer the phone and you were in a panic asking for money, which would probably be an unusual situation, right? Usually emergency situations are unusual and we don't typically act or react in the right state of mind. All grandma now has to do is say, no problem, honey, what's the family passcode? And AI will not be able to provide that information. And that is how we will help prevent this type of threat from hitting our community. It is very simple. So I'm committing to having these conversations with my customer. I'm committing to having this conversation with my team. Will you also commit to having this conversation with your customers? Will you also commit to having these conversations with your team on your Zoom meetings so that we can protect this industry, we can protect our seniors from getting taken advantage from AI threats? Tell me, what do you think AI is going to do to our industry, positive or negative, today, tomorrow, a week from now, 2 weeks from now? I know that this conversation has to happen and we have to start talking about it. And I think something as simple as telling our customers they should just have a family passcode is something that we can do to start making a difference. Tell me what you'll do in the comments. Let's have the conversation and I'll see you back again for more training.